Audio input. Microphone. Microphone? The phone.
Okay, hello? Is this working now? Wait. This has to be working now, right? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that it's working now.
Okay, hello?
Oh wait,
Is this working now?
ah. Sorry about that. Usually I watch, quote unquote, I watch my stream, through my phone to make sure that I'm not doing anything like, wrong and that the quality is decent and I'm not like messing up too badly, you know what I mean? Hello. My name is Bunny Morty and I have no idea what I'm doing. I will say though, I do have something kinda planned out for today. Just because, like, I've been feeling crappy and this is a chill game and I don't really care at the moment about like necessarily what I'm doing. I'm just here to like build things and like why is there animals? I think I did something wrong with like the settings. It's not supposed to spawn anything, but I think I just got rid of uh the building spawning, which is nice. Uh Recreate. I named it Story because I just wanted to build like this world that I've made in a story before, and I thought it'd be pretty fun to just, work on and something relaxing. Let me just see like structures, import settings. I don't think I could get rid of animals. Or either I'm too dumb to know how to get rid of animals. Just know that if you want to like talk to me about anything in like chat, I'm a bit delayed, but I'll try my hardest to like, answer. And I guess it's all of the like, basic um just things. Also, I don't know if you guys could hear this, but my dog is barking in the background. Just ignore him. It's fine. Let's think real quick. What area do we start off with? Town? Mountain. Do I make a mountain from scratch in this game? Do I even know what a mountain looks like in this game? No. Thank you, Minecraft, for the achievement or notification. Alright, alright. I'm still moving and like. Why is my stream dying? Okay, that was just me having a little. I'm paying way too much attention to my friggin' phone. I apologize. So let's see. How would this go? It'd be like a pretty big thing, I assume. I know nothing about building or pixel art. This is going to go great. Okay. So just get that. I don't know, just the inner workings. I'll try thinking of this as like cake making, you know what I mean? I do a lot of cooking in real life, so. this mountain. It should be pretty large because it's like the main focal point of like a part of the story. I don't know many of the controls in this game, which is already a bad start. But at least my brain has a general fuzzy. Oh no. This is why. Okay, so this sort of area is supposed to be like a snowy mountain, you know what I mean? Like an area just covered in frost, and then when you go in the inside, it opens up into a giant like frost cavern, and there's like a bunch of icy statues, so it has to be like pretty big, I'd assume. And I think I'm just going for like a really messy sort of like base to make it look a little more natural, because a perfect circle would be kind of boring. And I mean, all I really know about this place, I've never drawn the area before. Usually I do some like landscaping for my stories, but this works. I just want to build a mountain. A giant rock. I decided this Monday morning that I was going to stream today and build a rock. And be proud that I've built a giant rock sticking out of the ground. Will it be a shitty rock? Yes, but it will be my rock, and I am proud of it. Alright, so this is just gonna be like the outside that I'm making, which I think I'm giving it like good space. This might take a couple hours, but I'm just doing this so... I'm just waiting for my friend to get out of work, in all honesty, which should be in like 2 hours or so. An hour or so. Because usually I just annoy her as soon as she leaves her job. But this time I'll make her wait instead of having her, you know, make me wait on just her leaving. Alright, so just generally a good shape, I think. Yes! Deformed. Perfect. Alright. Rock. Let's see. Hopefully I'm able to like get this done, but it is like a pretty big thing. I should have started off with the town, but I dug myself a hole and I'm gonna like die in it now, I guess. I'll not give up on this giant rock formation. Boop, boop. You know, it's been like forever since I've played this game. Not really forever. I did kinda play it a little bit back when I was like streaming, before like a lot of medical problems happened. Like, I thought I was doing better while streaming, which kinda, if I think I'm doing better, just know I'm not. And, okay, this is... Yeah, no, I'm gonna close it up now. You know, try to make a little U-turn. Maybe a bit of a little thing here. Yeah, just gotta close up the monstrosity I'm making. It's not gonna be completely even. It's not gonna be, like, clean, but it'll be something. Freak. I just remember just playing this with, like, my little sister growing up, and then her getting bored of it and me just not playing anymore, because I felt so lonely building by myself. Alright. I don't think I was really into much, actually, when it came to Minecraft. I was more into, like, just wandering and looking at the world and just seeing what, like, Minecraft had to offer, because it's, like, such a huge auto, generated, like, thing. Okay, got a bit worse over here. Like, it looked nicer over there, but I think it's mostly because I didn't, like, block this off here. Okay. This will take me, like, a day or two, because I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly, if you're curious about, like, the little 1-minute stream that I did on my channel earlier, that's because, wait, is there music happening right now? Is this literally just a silent stream? Oh dear, you have just my voice to listen to, and that's not pleasant. I'm so sorry. Music and sounds, please just is there a start music button? I honestly, like, really like the music. Wait, question. Which, okay, out of the jukebox, like, which songs? Because I know there's a jukebox. Like, I'd get, like, disc in, like, the base game. And, listen to that back when I was, like, actively playing this on, like, my phone because I didn't have a computer yet. And I know those exist. I'm not completely ignorant to Minecraft, how it functions. Honestly, I listen to more Minecraft YouTubers than I actually play the game. Mainly because, I don't know, I like hearing people talk. It feels like I'm part of a conversation when in actuality I'm just someone giving them money by watching ads. I don't know, I'm very desperate for human interaction. Kinda why I started streaming. Let's see. Up. Okay. At least I am closing it off. Because the thing about, like, this area in general is that it's big. Not just because, like, it's wide, but because it's, like, vertical, but, like, just, there's a bunch on top and there's a bunch, like, underneath. And wait, how do I change, like, the time in this game? How do I change it to just forever be sunny? Options. Oh, sorry. That's just, like, my D&D dice. Sorry if I hurt your, ears. I'd probably do something, like, more fun this game, like Skyblock or something. If, I, had the funds. I can't access realms, I'm too poor. Yeah, I don't know anything. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna build in the dark, I guess. I didn't think this stream through, I just thought, okay, I've been streaming on Mondays and Thursdays-ish. Might as well keep up that pattern. And, well, next stream is Thursday. Oh, it's also Veterans Day, by the way, a Thursday, so maybe I'll do a really extra long stream. Or just hang out with my friends. Friend. I have 3 friends, and they are my best of friends, and I love them very dearly, but one lives in Vietnam, the other lives on the other side of the country. So it's probably just gonna be, like, me and the friend that lives, like, near me. Just hanging out in... Oh, wow, this gets dark. Okay, give me a second. I will figure out... Okay. How to change time in Minecraft. Hopefully, is this picking up my voice? This is picking up my voice. Okay. In Miners Crafters. Okay, it's a command. What is this command? Alright. Okay, so I brained for a second, okay? It's totally not just me and, typing and asking Google. I know how to type. Okay. Yay! It's not the darkness. Alright. Big mountain. I'll probably have to make it, like, more icy in the center as well. Boop. Boop. 1 second. Copyright free Minecraft disc. Nope. I can't do anything about the music. I am so sorry. There will be no tunes. Oh dear. At least I managed to, figure out how time works in this game, and luckily Google can tell me about cheats, but I think I'd have to stare at, like, a Quora forum for 40 minutes to realize, Minecraft music probably is very much copyrighted. Because companies. And is this rounded still? No, it's not, but you know what? Happy little mistakes exist, and I could deal with an oval. Like I said, mountains aren't like a perfectly circular thing. And for the story that I've written, it's like, it's a big place, so having a little, like, longer on one side is fine. I just don't know how to get rid of the animals or give you music to listen to. This is kind of awful. At least when I'm playing Genshin, you could hear a character yelling at me, every 5 odd seconds. But now I have to completely fill the void with my mouth sounds to just distract you from the silence. Alright. There's probably, like, one too many people streaming Minecraft right now for anyone to really see my stream. I should have chosen, like, a better, like, more niche... Well, Genshin isn't niche, but... And it's not better than Minecraft. For sure. At least Minecraft doesn't have gacha systems, am I right? Okay, so... Yep. Nice. Do you know, I know nothing about this game. I know nothing about building this game. I don't even know if I'm talking about landforms correctly. I'm just trying to make an outline so I could build a fictional fantasy world that I've made in my head. I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. This stream is purely based for me. Not based for me. It's purely made for me and my own entertainment. You guys are just here to watch me fail. To be fair, I don't even know how many people are streaming right now. I'm just, like, trying to remember controls. Keyboard. Whoa! Whoa. 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 Don't know what that was. I'm having a day. Would you like to hear about my day? Too bad, you have no choice in the matter. Alright. Freaking, so... It's Monday, right? Everyone hates a Monday. You have to wake up at a time required to attend something. Like school, work, whatever. My case, I had to wake up at like 5:25 to get going, because, I had to be, dropped off at school. It's getting colder. My mom has to drop me off, and she has a meeting at 6. Which was very pleasant to wake up to. I love being screamed at in the morning. Then I sat outside the school doors for about, 5 minutes, waiting for, the guy who opens the doors to open the doors, like his job requires him to. And I was just freezing, and then I spent 40 minutes in an empty cafeteria. I couldn't eat anything, because, none of the cafeteria workers were there to give me food. Not like I'd eat it anyways, it's like school food. And I take culinary classes in like a trade school the other half of the day. But I will say, as a kid, the weird corn dogs things with like sausages in them that are like weird pancake things wrapped around, sausage, that was pretty tight as a kid. I liked that. I thought it was nice. Now I have a more sophisticated taste. I will only eat... Actually, I don't even think I eat breakfast. I will eat whatever scones I made that week in, like, school. So I was sitting alone in the cafeteria, just kind of, like, staring at the janitor, because the janitor was staring at me, and, I offered to help clean, but he was like, no, I get paid for this. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And he was also bringing up the fact that I won't get paid for it, which, fine by me. I don't really care. I was so bored. I was so bored. Luckily, like, not too long after that, a bunch of people started, like, storming in, and I could just drown in the noise. Well, not really. I heard a lot of things that I didn't want to hear. You know those memes of, like, a quiet kid in the back of the classroom and how they don't, like, talk often? And just kind of, like, observe and sit there? That's me. This is me talking, like, too much for my own comfort right now. Like, more than I'd talk, like, during a regular day. Like, any other day, I would not speak as much as I'm speaking right now. Unless it's, like, with a friend, but, my friend isn't around. She's at work. I have a friend who lives in another country. I have a friend who lives on the other side of my country, which is the United States of America. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, my day. And how I don't talk to people, but I just listen to people. Like, a little creepishly, I'll admit. But it's like, what else am I supposed to do when I'm just, like, bored? And, they're speaking very loudly right behind me. It's a little hard to ignore when a girl's yelling, you know what I mean? She was, like, getting furious at her boyfriend for, like, I don't know, not getting her something from, like, the cafeteria. This is just, like, school gossip. Hope you enjoy this. Anywho, she was upset. Actually, I think she was upset because she didn't get the weird corn dog crap that I was talking about earlier. Which is why it's been on my mind for a couple seconds. 1 second. Doop. Learning. Yes. 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 Go. They. Enter. Yay! I am God! Alright. So, I had to listen to an argument after my mom was yelling at me, which was great. And then afterwards, everyone left the cafeteria. Like, the bell rings, everyone gets rid of their trays, and they rush to class. And I was, like, trampled by someone who is, like, double my height. I'm relatively short as a person. And I was just, like, friggin' steamrolled by, like, a basketball player, which was fun. He apologized, which was pretty nice, because half of the teenagers, like, in my school probably wouldn't. But that's fine. I was really grateful for him just being like, oh my god, you okay? As I'm just, like, dying on the floor. I'm not very good at storytelling. But to be frank, I don't even talk. Like, if someone were to speak to me, the most, like, I'll probably say to them is, I'm sorry that I'm in your way, and I'm sorry for breathing in your general direction. Oh, yo, there's sounds! I could chill a bit on the constant, like, rambling. So, I listened to my mom yell at me. I listened to a girlfriend yell at her boyfriend, which was lovely. I listened to my teachers, because I am a good student. I am a good Samaritan. I look both ways before I cross the road. That type of thing. I'm trying to think about, like, eventful things that, like, happened. Oh, I had a quiz. It was pretty easy. There's something dumb in, like, my schooling system, because I've been taking, like, the same class for, like, 3 years now. And it's, like, geometry. It started off with, like, geometry honors, or not honors, but, like, whatever it was. It was, like, geometry for the nerd kids, you know what I mean? The kids that get really bored and just want to feel like they're doing something in school, right? And, I passed it. It was an 80 because, I would be at, like, 190s kid, that type of grade, those types of grades, if I wasn't so sickly and dying all of the time. How do I run? I found out how to run. Okay, that... Like, 90% of the year, I will be sick. Which explains why I don't know many people. And, actually, you know what, this is kind of personal, but I feel like oversharing today, you know what I mean? But I've actually been held back a year, not because I'm a bad student, but just because, like, last year is the year I was held back. So, COVID hit, right? But before COVID started hitting, like, everyone's life, I had, like, fainting problems hitting my life specifically. And just heart problems in general, which it's a bit complicated to think about, you know what I mean? Because, my heart rate and blood pressure, kinda low, you know what I mean? Like, just a little a little below average. But the thing is, as soon as I, like, get up or I'm in an environment that's, like, overly warm, my heart rate just goes freaking skyrocketing. I believe at some point it was 170, but I could be exaggerating because I'm very dumb. Like, my resting heartbeat is probably lower than that, like, maybe a bit below 100. I know 100 isn't, like, a good resting beat, I think. I took biology honors, and I know nothing about the heart, aside from, like, the weird valve things that it has in it, and, like, one side receives the blood. The other side sends the blood. I feel like most of the honors kids and like the kids who get good grades don't even know half the crap they're talking about. It's usually just like the one kid who listens. And like, I fake my enthusiasm for classes by like reading a little bit of the source materials and being like participant in the class. Like, if you act excited enough, I feel, for like, you know, getting grades and stuff like that, the teachers would be like, yo, I like this kid. This kid, cool. I'm gonna give them a good grade. But you also have to, like, you know, have the work to, you know, show up to that type of thing, you know what I mean? So a lot of you knows in that sentence. But yeah, I used to be like a freaking civilized, smart creature, and then I just kind of like gave up because my health kind of kept getting in the way. I kept like hitting my head on random things, and I actually bonked my head not too long ago and had a bunch of post-concussion migraines, and you know, migraines sometimes lead to vomiting, and people thought I had COVID, and that was fun. I don't have COVID yet. I've been vaccinated, like, immediately. As soon as vaccines were available, I was shoved into the nearest college and given a vaccine by the government. Because my family doesn't want me dying just yet, luckily. They take care of me, which is nice. I feel bad about it because, you know, it's not something I can control, but I know I'm a bit of a strain on the wallet, you know what I mean? Because, like, hospitals in America are fucking awful. Pardon my French, but they're really, really, really just... The people there are nice. I love nurses. I love doctors. You know, they make fun of me whenever I enter the doors. That's how you know it's a good place. I'm a very easy target to bully. Okay, so... Yes. The base. Okay, so, alright. Let's think. Mountain. High. Tall rock. Up. Wait, actually, I should start with, like, tunnel systems. Thinking about how this sort of area is and how I read it. Because, like, I don't want to go into too much detail about my story because it's very, like, Wattpad-esque, you know what I mean? Like, some weird brain thing that I vomited out on paper. But, what time is it in, like, the game? It's not too... Okay, it's functional. It's functional. Nice. Okay. Snow. Snow. Ice? Ice. Where is the ice? Where? Ice! Kinda an ugly block, but you know, it will serve its purpose. Building. Alright, just let me change the time real quick. Command. Nope, wrong thing. Doop. Time. Enter. Wait, oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to do spacebar. Oh dear, I already had a command thing. Nice. Get used to this. I'm only smart when I care to think. Okay, that's pretty. Alright. So, just looking at how this sort of... What am I doing? What is... Well, at least I know it's the F key. So, this place is kind of like a tomb for a character. Like, she's been wandering in this mountain for like a lot of years. Well, not a lot of years, but for years now, slowly having her like mental state deteriorate. So I have to build it in a way where it's like confusing tunnels. And one thing that I do know about like the mountain, which, you know, I created, so hopefully I know this, is that at the very top there will be like a tree, because the whole theme is like a rabbit trapped underneath the roots of the tree. It's like, it's a weird visual thing that I just liked thinking about one day and was like, yeah, that's cool, I'm gonna keep it. Alright, so I'm just choosing like the tip that's like a little more like closed off over here to use as the entrance, you know? So I'm probably gonna make the little holy area like here. Here seems great. So general arcs. I'm like 2 blocks tall, right? No, that's too. It definitely needs to be like, you know, tall. Taller than 5'3". Alright, so just gotta do. This is gonna like be awful to walk in, but this is, you know, I'm kind of enjoying this. I've been building for like, I assume an hour now. I don't know. Okay, so doop, doop. Now let's see. Now, definitely gonna have to like close it off here. It's not supposed to look like too neat and uniform. If I was making a building, I'd definitely like, you know, put more care into it. But I feel like with tunnels and things like that and like land bodies, you could just be kind of looser when making them. Kind of like in drawing these types of things. And, I mean, the ice doesn't look too good. I should have probably gone with, like, some glass here and there. But, like I said earlier, I dug my own grave. I'm gonna bury myself in it. Okay, so, nice. And then it's probably gonna be a little more icy down here as well. Like, yeah. This probably isn't gonna look visually pleasing at all, but okay, so it's gonna go up, and then there'll be like, okay, so we want to go up and then down. That's how I wrote it. Not writ. Writ is not grammatically, you know, correct. Alright. Woo! I love ice. Ice is the best type of levels in any game. Actually, that only really applies to, like, Mario. I love Mario ice levels. Could just be a me thing, though. I know a lot of people kind of hate them. Alright. I just think it's fun to, like, run around as a penguin, like Mario, new Super Mario Bros. Wee! Alright. Want to hear me complain about my day more? Too bad. You have no choice. This is my stream, my rules, my laws. You abide by my law. After listening to arguments, you know, doing quizzes, you know, school crap, I had to go to the trade school that, like, I applied for. And, I usually don't eat lunch when, you know, just ever at schools, mainly because I think they're disgusting. So I was like pretty starving, you know what I mean? and I was like really, really hyped for this class, but we had to take like, the sad part about doing a trade school is that you still have notes to do. Like, you go to a trade school to think, like, oh, I don't have to do paperwork because this is all hands-on work, and they're just gonna grade me on my performance. Don't go into a trade school thinking that. You still have to do paperwork. It's awful. I just wanted to have my lunch. I had to wait, like, another 30 minutes to, like, eat something. Which, you know, it was kind of worth the wait. It was like skillet-cooked ziti, and that was delicious. And I kind of ate the entire, like, pan's worth, which was, like, a meal for 2 people. I didn't have breakfast either, so that was fun. Alright, this is kinda okay. Yeah, this is okay. I'm doing okay. I am okay. Alright, just gotta build this up a bit higher. Like, you know. I'm probably gonna have to, like, build some rocks underneath to give it a more, like, deep look, you know what I mean? Okay, so... maybe... okay. It's still going higher. And we want this to be like a little more upwards. I will say though, like, as much as I don't, like, actively think about Minecraft or, like, you know, I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan. Like, it's an enjoyable game, don't get me wrong. It's, like, a game I'll play when I need, like, a little de-stress, you know what I mean? But, like, it's not a game that I'm just, like, I have to stop swearing, it's a bad habit. It's not a game that, like, I get competitive over, you know what I mean? Or, like, stressed out about, or... which, for me to, like, fully immerse myself in a game, there has to be, like, a little stress somewhere. But it has been a while since I've played, like, survival, and I don't think I've ever done any proper PvP in the game aside from just fighting my sister. So I wouldn't know what that's like. Oh, this is kind of cool. Alright. Kind of liking this so far. Just gotta, like, you know, turn this a bit. Is it getting dark again? Ah. Okay. So, time. Set. Day. Enter. I hope I'm not intimidating to talk to. But then again, I did choose a game where I will probably never see anyone in my chat because too many people play it. Can we just talk real quick about how stupidly and obscenely popular Minecraft is? Like how old is this game? Dirt old. Like, friggin' Philza old. God, I loved watching Philza. Watched a little bit of him ago, like, a little whiles ago, so... I don't really remember when. I just knew that my sister watched him, and I was like, oh, I want to get along with my sister. Therefore, I watched the Philza, the Minecraft. He's, like, still, like, one of my favorite people to watch. Mainly because he's just such a chill dude. Anywho. This game isn't dead yet. I can't tell if that's, like, a blessing or a curse, because, like... Do you think Minecraft just wants to not be popular, or do you think that people, like, mainly in Mojang, the company, wanted to keep running just for the monetary value? And I think I already said the answer, but, I mean, like, the creator kinda left the game, you know what I mean? Like, not, like, a while ago, I think. I don't fully remember. But I know he's not, like, in charge of this game's direction anymore. It's the company's decision, Mojang. And it's just odd to think about. Like, the game I was playing in, like, 2012 is still popular in, 2021. That's, like, 9 years, and I'm old. I have no general direction in any of these topics. My brain just spouts out words because I don't know proper, like, form of talking because I don't talk. I just assume me spraying out an onslaught of just random nouns and pronouns and just verbs at you. That'll be entertaining. Alright. I should probably focus on building a bit more. Oop, oop, oop. Flying is so weird. Oh, yeah, this is cool. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Okay. Now, up we go. Gotta make it taller. I want to make sure there's enough room for a person to, like, walk in this tunnel. I'll definitely be working on it when I have, like, free time some other time, you know what I mean? But for now, this is just my little tunnel place. Where is my mind wandering to now? Let's see. Let's use the topic wheel in my brain of things I could talk about without, rambling too much, which is nothing. I ramble about everything and anything because I don't know words. Let's see. What about my day? What else about my day? I ate today, which was nice. Nice. And... can't really say much else. Oh, after, going to school, because after leaving trade school, I could just, like, leave. Like, the bus drops me off at the school, and I could literally just walk away from the school building. I feel like some people look at me like I'm some sort of, like, miscreant, wandering the streets, doing obscene, unseemly crimes. I've said obscene too much today. Unseemly crimes, deflammatory type of stuff. When in actuality, I'm just a dumb kid listening to my bops. Just peacefully making my way downtown. I definitely know there's, like, this one old man who lives by the church who just, like, glares at me. Because, like, the church is, like, halfway between my school and, like, my home. And I just, like, sit there when I can't, feel my legs anymore. Because I live up on a hill. Oh, this is kind of... I really like how this is turning out. I wasn't expecting it to be kind of this well, but... sometimes I surprise myself with how decent I am as a person. Not good, just decent. then probably have this kinda like circle over, like, yeah, okay. Boop. I know if they're in like the caves and cliffs update, there was like these weird stalagmites, I believe they're called. Is there like a way to have like an ice version of them or like a blue version? Because I think having like icicles just hanging off from like the ceiling would be pretty cool. Maybe I could just like build them in general. Miscellaneous. Would they be in miscellaneous? I feel like that's mainly for animals. Amethyst, nice. Where are the stalagmites? Are there no stalagmites? This is making me like extremely just sad because I don't know what I'm looking for. God, I wish I knew something about this game. Found it! It's a dripstone. Nice. Okay. I have about another 45 minutes of this until my friend comes home. Then I could bother her instead of you guys. To like stream every Monday and Thursday, just so I could get into the habit of, you know, speaking publicly on my own in case, I don't know, I have to do presentations or something. Just a little thing to keep my mind occupied from being bored, because I can't really get a job since I'm not legally an adult and I don't have much options. I would have a job because I want to get like Christmas presents for my family and stuff, but I just can't at the moment. Mainly because, you know, no options, and I have no mode of transport even for the options that are available to me for my age range and demographic. Like, I really wanted to work at like Barnes and Nobles at first, you know what I mean? Because it's like a quiet bookstore. Not many people talk there. I would be safe from making a fool out of myself. But not many things in life goes how you want it, because it's literally the closest Barnes and Nobles is in another town, and I can't just, you know, walk there, because it's like a long distance from my town. And I mean, there was one time where I walked from my hometown to like another place, and it took me half the day. Because, like, my middle school was in the other town, and, let's just say it wasn't a fun walk. Do you think I could just, like, make weird ice structures hanging from the ceiling without having stalagmites? Or dripstones? Doesn't sound as cool as stalagmite. Stalagmite. It sounds like I'm saying something mean, almost. I'm just trying to trim this up a bit so it looks a little cooler in my opinion. I don't like how this is just like a straight corner. There we go. That's much better for my viewing pleasure. Oh, it's a long ways towards the middle. I'm just gonna make a general path towards like where the middle should be, where this tunnel kind of leads. Like, let's just see how this goes. Because I know there's gonna be like a heart of like this mountain with how my story goes. It's where like the sort of character resides, you know? The one that's kind of like a prisoner in this place. The rabbit under your tree. Though she's not really a prisoner. She doesn't have a warden, per se. If you count like her own, you know, mental shortcomings and, you know, that type of thing to be a warden, you know, keeping her trapped there, which kind of poetic in a sense, but also kind of just sad. I don't want it to be like straight towards it, so I'm gonna make some like branching paths like right here. Kind of make it go this way and then make it go downwards, because this is supposed to be like a tunnel place, so I'm just gonna build up a type of wall here. Like, it's easier to visualize as you're reading instead of just thinking, okay, this is where this goes, and this is where this goes, and this is how this should be. I'm no, like, this feels like something for a person who's, like, really into 3D modeling, or, just really into making worlds and stuff. Like, I have generals when I'm writing. I don't have, like, exact areas. So this side will probably be the side that goes under, which is going to be fun to descend. Okay. Nice. Then this generally just going up, and then I'll break into a path that goes down in the semi-right direction, then there will be another split, which will be fun. Oh boy, is this an entertaining, action-packed, just brain mind-boggling, mind-blowing type of stream. Yeah, I'm getting kinda in the mood for something else now. But at least I have, like, this place generally figured out. This is definitely something I'd work on over, like, a series of a lot of days. You know what, maybe I'll just make this my little, you know, Minecraft project, because I don't feel like playing survival. I don't know if I... I nearly swore again. That's a no-no. No more swearing. I don't want to, like, not swear to be, like, ad-friendly, you know what I mean? I want to work on not swearing so my Vietnamese friends' parents, like, they don't kill me and, you know, make me not talk to her ever again, which would be very sad. And then have this kinda... Boop. like, I'm definitely gonna do this, like, over a course of a lot of days. I don't know, maybe make, like, a YouTube video about it, just saying, like, wow, this kinda took up a lot of my time and, you know, wasn't worth it in the end. Oh, I can also do, like, this little thing where I make, like, the areas of the characters and kind of put, like, little chess box next to them and write, like, the interactions and the lore just, like, right there. Maybe set up little scenes and things like that. That'd be fun. Oh, isn't there, like, this thing where you could put, like, pictures into Minecraft? I don't know how to do it, but if I ever figure out how to do it, I'll definitely, like, take my drawings and, like, put them in here and, you know, make them look, like, really, like, the character's actually there. You know? And underneath would just be, like, their general characterization and, like, their purpose in the story. And, oh, that sounds so fun to build. I will admit I'm getting a bit tired of this. I literally just spent the entire time building one strand of stone and working on a tunnel, which probably won't be finished anytime soon. But oh god, I really love my little Wattpad story. I don't actually have a Wattpad, but I hate myself. So I'll just call it that. It's just my little, like, brainchild, you know what I mean? It makes me happy to think about. Ah, whoops. I made a mistake. Doo. So, I guess, like, because I'm talking about it so much and, like, I don't know, my life is kind of boring, I should just sort of talk about, like, the story in general. Where to start? I think the best place would start off with the general themes of this area. Because I've been saying a lot of things about, like, you know, a mountain that's a prison for this character, and, like, the themes of, like, a rabbit on their tree. Okay, I don't want to reveal too much about the plot, because I am working on making, like, a pixel game for this. Like, a little side-scroller that will be fun to mess around with. But, I don't know anything about coding. I'm just making the sprites now and learning about, like, sprite making. And, like, background making. And then I'm gonna take those assets and, you know, like, I don't know, code them. Or when I get a job, pay someone to code them for me, because I'm stupid. Anywho. I can't really... You know, this kind of sucks, because she's, like, a very major character in this story, and I can't really talk about her all too much. I could give, like, a general hint about her appearance, though. You see my little, like, icon thing, lady? Crying face? You can't generally see her eyes in the actual thing. Wait, I have to figure out how to change, like... Okay. So, wait. Nope. Can you see my... See this little avatar? I made this literally, like, 30... Oh, whoa. I broke something. So, see this, like, general character? This is her prison. And, she wasn't pushed into here kinda by force. Like, no one dragged her into this place or trapped her in it. She came here to hide. And eventually, she was so good at hiding in it that it just kinda, she never really found a way to escape. Which, it's not a very hard place to navigate either in the story. Like, the general tunnels are simple. But the thing with her is that she's so emotional that she kind of loses track of where she is. Like, the more emotional, she was like really emotional in the moment where she had to, like, you know, go into hiding, which kind of says a lot about the situation she was in. If you're that stressed out that you have to hide in like a mountain to get away from something or a person, you're probably having a really bad time. Right? And she kind of just like trapped herself in here. But she's been like hunted down, right? Is the theme of like a rabbit and a hunter. And she's been hunted by like, I'm not going to give you the reasons for why she's being hunted, mainly because it's kind of complicated. It's a very fantasy like set story, so I will say it's because she has like magic, like just in general. Ever heard of the Salem witch trials? It's not exactly that, but it's kinda like that, but it's also kinda not like that. It's a thing. Just trying to get like a good... Oh, please. Why do I keep pressing F? So she's been hunted down for general, you know, magical capabilities. And the fact that she now looks like an abomination to nature. Because weird amalgamation magic with living beings. We're not gonna go into too much detail. And over time, this place just kind of... It wasn't always frosty and, like, covered in ice in the center. It was literally just, you know, a cave. But she spent so much of her time just, like... Magic in this world is connected to emotions, okay? And her magic... It's not technically her magic, but the magic she's able to use, like, the most is ice magic, and it has, like, the ability to, like, slow things, right? And over time, she's just, like, freezing things over as her mind, you know, freezes on itself. Because she can't control her, like, powers anymore. She's so emotional, and it's just freezing her from the very core. So now she's, like, this weird ice zombie creature. Not really zombie. Think of a death that's been delayed for, like, way too long. Like, expired food is a way that I'll use to describe my character. She should have died a long time ago, but she's trapped in this place. And that's the general theme of, like, you know, the giant mountain and, like, the rabbit's nest is burrowed underneath the tree. And she's not... In the prequel that I made, she is the protagonist of the story. Where you get to, like, experience, you know, her suffering and her just, you know, what led her to being trapped in this place and what led her to making certain decisions later on in the story. And how she felt during those decisions. Right? She's not the protagonist, but I definitely made a little side thing for her because she's a little based off of me, I guess, because the whole story was just based around, like, a nightmare that I had. Where, like, I kind of watched all of my family burn. That was fun. Nightmares are lovely. Anywho, she's actually being hunted down by the protagonist, who is a lovely character that I could actually say a bunch about because he's the protagonist and not, like, a weird antagonistic tragedy creature. This man, his name is Boris. He is a silent, angry, fed up with people creature. He does not do conversations. He does not do talking to you. You have a job for him, that's all he cares about. That and finding Ice Rabbit Lady. Which I guess you could call her. Her name is Morty, which is what I gave, like, you know, my channel name to. Bunny Morty. And, there's a lot of, like, animal imagery, but, I guess Morty would be more like, not exactly a bunny, think of a jackalope. Because I didn't want to go with, like, basic animal themes with characters. Because, like, there's... Okay, I'm gonna explain something really quick and really fast, and it's not gonna make sense. But magic people in this world, their sort of ideals and beliefs are embodied into a mythical animal of sorts. Morty has the mythical animal of a jackalope, which, and I'm also using, like, ties from, you know, the real world in this story. Where, you know, what happened for, like, these sort of animals or creatures to, you know, be interpreted this way. Like, jackalopes were considered to be, you know, like deer, rabbits, you know, just like a rabbit with horns. But did you know that the myth of the jackalope was based after this disease in rabbits where, like, they grow this sort of, like, tumor out of their head? Did I say that this was a disturbing horror story? So, one could say that Morty's sort of one of her flaws, or something that's, like, holding her back, and, like, a sort of problem that she's facing, not a flaw, but, like, a medical issue she's, like, dealing with, is her magic is, like, a tumor to her, if that helps. And, where I was going with this is that, Boris, the main character, he has the symbolism of a hunter just in the woods. Like, just flat out, when you see hunter imagery, like bows, arrows, guns, leather things, boots, think of Boris, right? Because he is the hunter. He is the witch hunter. This is not The Witcher, by the way. Oh boy, I've had, like, it hurts whenever my friends say, oh, it's The Witcher, and I'm like, no. I based it off of a dream in the Salem witch trials, kind of. Because, of course, you gotta send people who can handle magic to, you know, beat up the magic people, and, you know, you can't see the hand motion, but just, you know, then they don't exist anymore. And that's one of the images when you think of him. There's also other characters that have that sort of imagery because, like, it's this group of people created by the church to either contain magic people or just straight off them, you know? Straight up just off them, like, the And those characters are generally represented with, like, hunter themes and just, you know, being out in the woods or lost in the woods, right? Because, you know, hunters hunt animals, and the witches are... Their emotions are represented by animals. But another creature to think of when thinking of Boris is, think of a bear. When he is a big dude. He's not like he's not like a lumberjack type of bear creature. He's like, I wish I could show you my drawings. I really do wish I could show you my drawings on screen. But let me describe his appearance. Okay, tall, muscly, like warrior man carrying a giant sword. Think Guts from Berserk, kind of. Not really. A little more younger and softer looking, because he's not like. Guts is a great character, but Boris isn't that much of a badass. You know what I mean? I will never make a character that's just straight up Guts. Boris is his entirely different breed, but like general body shape, think of Guts. When you think of the face, don't think of a face. There are two characters who will not have their eyes be shown in the story. This creature and Boris. Whoops. I meant to change the, yeah, I don't play Minecraft often. Okay? That's just like a stylistic choice, and I wanted there to be more of a connection between the characters for plot convenience, or, you know, symbolism. Vague stuff that I hope to be praised for later on in the future. Yeah, this is a nice tunnel. Alright. Anywho. Tall dude. He has, like, sort of shaggy hair and, like, a hood to sort of cover his face up. And, like, the scarf, right? He's wearing, like, leather armor, giant sword. And, the thing about his hair is it's like it's black, right? But Boris is a very stressed person. And you know how there's like this certain type of people who specifically I've noticed like men in my family with like pitch black dark hair where they kind of like gray a bit after, you know, being in stressful situations. That's the type of hair Boris has. Because he's just so stressed, he literally has gray hairs. Just, like, you know, there. Not because he's aging, he's actually fairly young. Like, I'd say 23, 24. At this time of, like, you know, his story starting. But, yeah. His purpose in the story is that he's looking not only for, you know, Morty herself, you know, that abomination. He's also looking for a lost sibling that he was separated from at some point. I'm not telling you. It's gonna be a surprise. Like I said, I am working on scripting. I am working on sprites and pixels. I'm not working on pickles. Might be a recipe I do in class sometime soon. Not now. But I'm working on pixel art. All that fun stuff. I want to keep the plot kind of vague. Just in case anyone ever finds, like, my streaming channel after I make the game. But, that's Boris's entire motive. And in terms of his backstory, I guess I could kind of go into those details because, like I said, he's a character that I'm more open about because, you know, protagonists. He isn't one of those protagonists that have, like, a deep, tragic backstory, kind of. Like, his life kind of just sucks, but I mean, it's not like, oh, I killed my family because it's no Sasuke type of thing. Sasuke, I know, didn't kill his family, but it's not like, oh, my family was murdered by my brother, so I seek vengeance against him. Boris's entire motive, like, for a while was just, I'm here to do my job. My job sucks. I have to kill people, but you know what? It's what I'm supposed to do. I was raised to do this. like he's not a good guy, but he's not like the worst person. Literally, if I were to give him like a phrase to just encapsulate like his character, is just, you gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta do my job. Sucks to be you. Let me change the time again. To be fair, I'd probably get this done like a little quicker if I wasn't distracted with like trying to explain or entertain people, but this is mainly for me to watch later, like late at night, 12 a.m. and, cry myself to sleep because I don't like how I talk. But I am enjoying talking about Boris. He is my child. He is my baby boy. So, you know how I said something about, like, a church in general, right? Like, he works for the church because, in history, churches and, other types of religions, such as witchcraft, don't really mix well. So, I just thought, like, what is the most logical enemy to the witches in this story? Christianity, but not Christianity, because Christianity isn't that bad. There's just been like a couple, really loud minorities throughout the years that have been exceedingly awful. But like the belief systems in them of themselves aren't like awful. Believe what you want to believe. I'm just saying, like, it's based after that type of, stuff. And is the church the villain? Up to you to decide. There's a lot of good characters from the church. There's a lot of villains in this story. Like, there's certain people in, like, the church that are, like, antagonistic towards Morty, and there's certain people in the church that are, allies towards, Boris. Like, a good example of a character, I have yet to name him, but he is, like, my favorite to draw. I just label him as blonde priest dude in, like, my notes, because I can't come up for, like, the life of me a name for him. He's just, like, blonde priest dude. And, he wasn't always a priest. He was, like, a witch hunter, like, Boris at some point. But hunters in this world are kind of magical in of themselves. Because their whole power, which is something that, like, witches have as well, is that they could see magic. They could sense it, and the thing is, they have more heightened senses towards that type of thing without actually, using it. And, it's all the better to, hunt these people down, right? Like, that is their job, that is their purpose. It's why they get abducted as children. Because they have a certain type of, eyesight. And, the church is like, well, we own that now. Copyright. In order to have that type of eyesight, you must be in the church. No choices. And of course there's areas outside of the church, like, the church isn't like some end-all be-all organization in this world. It's just like, it has a very strong grip on more rural areas in this story. I hope I'm not just spouting nonsense and, like, some of this makes sense. Like I said, I enjoy this, but, like, I also have to be careful of how much context I give, right? because this is supposed to be like, oh, it's a game that you could play for like, I don't know, $5. It's honestly not going to be all too good. But it's... I feel like I don't have much going on in my life, and there's not many things I could be proud of. So if I'm able to get, like, something out to the world and create something that I enjoy, I'll be pretty happy, and I'll feel like, you know, I've completed something in my life, right? It's just, like, a little thing for myself, which is most of the things that I do, because, I don't know. Why spend my entire life just being miserable? Why not treat yourself? But still, like, if I just gave out the entire plot while talking on streams, that'd be kind of depressing. I'm just giving, like, general motives for, like, organizations and characters and, you know, that type of thing. Morty runs away from something. Boris tracking Morty and his lost sibling, Priest Boy. I didn't, like, explain him properly. The thing about, like, Priest Boy is that he has, like... He's still in the works, okay? I'll admit. He's still, like, a concept, kind of. But what I'm kind of going for is, like, the blind man with, like, a third eye thing going on. And he was chosen as, like, one of the kids whose, like, senses are so heightened that they have the ability to just become, like, this ultra magic-seeing creature. But in order to only see magic and just magic and, like, see it in greater detail, they have to, like, blind him, like, physically blind him. And his whole motive is that he believes that the witches, you know, killed his family. And he just really doesn't like them. But aside from, you know, that sort of motive, he's also vaguely interested in them. Just in the sense of, like, I don't know much about you, but something about you is just curious to me. Like, to be fair, now that he's blind, if all magic is gone, he won't have anything to see. Just because of how, like, his special, like, sixth senses are, you know what I mean? Because I guess you could say, like, seeing magic is a sixth sense in this sort of universe. And, of course, like, Boris has, like, this ability, but he's not as good as Priest, dude. Because, like, I'll be frank, Boris is only good at one thing and one thing only. Brute force. He does not learn magic to beat magic. He does not know anything at all about magic. All he knows is that if he punches them very, very hard, they will go down. It's not so much that he's dumb, it's just that he doesn't care. It's like, you know how in, like, games that, like, magic people have lower defense and, like, physical people have high strength but low res? Like, you know, magic people have a high magic stat and physical people have high strength, and it's just, like, one can beat up the other. It just depends on who hits who first. and Boris has max speed. Gamer terms, just to let you know that I'm an epic gamer. If me playing Minecraft wasn't enough. Though, to be fair, there's a lot of people who just play Minecraft to get popular, and that's sad. It's, like, genuinely a good game. You know, it'd be funny if someone just started, like, playing Minecraft expecting to get famous and they suddenly just started really loving the game. I swear there must have been someone like that somewhere in the universe. Okay, so now that that's sort of a path, like there's 2 ways down. I'll make like 1 way up over here that kind of goes and like showcases like the center area to like the heart of the mountain where like Morty resides. Which I'd actually like to show you like some of her actual like character design, cuz like 1, channel icon is really just a dumb sketch I made while I was bored one day. And, you know, feeling extra sad and wanted to draw something, you know, crying. And I could keep showing you like the Minecraft model that I made of her, but like it's a Minecraft model and it's square and polygons, and why is there a gaping void in my neck? I definitely like colored it there. Like give me 1 second. Let me. Yeah, like I don't know if you could see that specifically, but did I miss out on like the like the shoulders maybe? I think I missed out from like underneath the shoulders. I'll have to fix that. I know that's something to do with the skin not being fully colored. Whoops. But yeah, like let me it's just like general view of her. She kind of, you know, wears a dress. This is her in like a pristine-ish state. If I were to show you what she actually looks like in this place, it would not be a pretty sight. Because, you know, 1, this thing isn't eating because she's going slowly insane. 2, she's being hunted by other people who are constantly attacking her. And 3, she doesn't really sleep. She just has like moments of time where she's either, you know, not staring and not fighting and just kind of blanks out, and suddenly it's like a month later. Which was really fun to, you know, write. Because it's just like, okay, you're looking at this thing now. This is what's happening on, I guess, whatever day this is. And you just sort of, like, follow her as time slowly gets lost to her brain. It was so much fun to write. It was so much fun. I'm really bad at keeping my own secrets. This is supposed to be a surprise, but, I suck at keeping surprises. If you want to hear, like, other parts of the world, that like, this setting, like, the setting of my story, so I'm just gonna say, like, generals and just kind of, like, float up a bit. So, right. This is, like, the main, you know, this is where Morty is, correct? And it's gonna be, like, really close to a river. Which, if I had to choose where the river is, it'd probably, like, lead up into the entrance over here. Right? So you'd follow, like, this entrance, you know, to the cavern, and you see, like, a river just kind of, like, from there to there. I'll try to do, like, a slower motion so your eyes aren't straining. And then if you follow that river down, because, you know, civilization, somewhere along the river there will be, like, a little town after, like, going through, like, this big old forest, right? And the town would be kind of, like, over in this area. And then leading on from that town would just be, like, more forests and mountains. And then at some point, like, outside, like, you'll see, like, this valley of mountains and these giant, like, trees. And that'll lead you— oh my god, I'm lost. that was a mistake. So I was just trying to give like a general sense of distance, right? And then over past those, you know, the valley is like this sort of city that's purely made out of wood and like a giant fire hazard, but somehow it hasn't burned down yet. And like there's giant trees and everything's like wood made, and it's like a very big flower, like plant life town, super naturey. And if you go from that town a little bit further, like downstream, because like, you know, I kept it to like real world type of like settings where, a good example, you know, New York. You want to know why it's like the Empire State? Like why that's its name? It's because in like the 19-somethings, I don't really care. There was this guy, someone, I think it was DeWitt Clinton or Dwight Clinton or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, presidents, it's the state. It'd be super cool if we just took like these great rivers of New York and just, you know, made a river connecting them ourselves." And like the presidents were like, "Yeah, no, that is a dumb idea. That is gonna be a huge financial flop. Our country is already in debt. Please do not do that." And you know what friggin' Mr. Clinton said? He said, "Screw you, I am building my dumb ditch." And he did. And it turns out that, like, that ditch was great, because, like, he made it entirely using, like, state funding and private investors and, the banks. He had to convince the banks that, yeah, no, this isn't a scam, and, I'm totally gonna make money off of this. And he did, because, like, you know, transport was really big during those times, because, there were no trains, there were no cars, there were no planes. All they had were ships and horses, and I mean, horses are pretty slow. They're fast, faster than people, but pretty slow. Just compared to what we have now. And as soon as he made that, like, canal, businesses started popping up everywhere. Like, people were, like, immediately after a new part of the canal was made, boats would be trading from, like, whatever business they were coming from. And just, like, booming, flourishing. There was traffic, and, you know, with traffic there comes tolls, right? And off of those tolls, the Erie Canal was, like, already being paid for before it was even, like, fully built. A little history lesson for you. And so I was just thinking, like, civilization. Civilization equals rivers. Rivers equals fertile soil. Farmers. You know, woodland place would be the farming people. And those people would be very much closer to, you know, the big city than, you know, the distant, you know, the distant, you know, people who live in the mountains. you know, the Yankees. Which I think it's appropriate for me to say since I live up north. I'm not sure, though. I know it's definitely, like, a weird nickname you give to, you know, people. But then again, there's a sports team called the Yankees, so it might not be bad. I can't tell if it's offensive or not. I try not to be offensive on this, you know, Christian YouTube streaming channel. Twitch channel. I'm sorry. I am having a moment. But, like, it's just so awesome to think about, like, how, like, people and places are made and how this could apply to my story. Because I spent so much time on just, like, the setting, right? A setting that makes sense for, like, these magical people. But the thing is magic, and magic is so vague, and no one knows. It's so weird and hard to explain. Like, I feel like I just use the excuse it's magic a bit too much in my story, so I have to rewrite it a bit to where, like, magic kind of makes more sense. Because there's, like, a couple things where the magic in this, you know, story game thing that I'm planning, where it's, like, it has, like, its own certain, like, laws to it, right? Where, okay, in order to use magic, you have to have a familiar. What is a familiar? You know, questions like that. And the vaguest I will say about a familiar is that it's like the embodiment of a person's like ideals or desires. What's really funny is the one hunter dude who has like a unicorn familiar. And he hates witches. And he is a witch because like there is a bit of a discrepancy with some of like the characters where yes, they're like hunters, but like I said earlier, magic people could also see magic, you know what I mean? So it's not just like the hunters who could see the magic. So oftentimes, sometimes the church just like gets witches into their ranks because, you know, who are you to check? You haven't seen like a weird animal creature anywhere. It hasn't arrived yet. So you just assume, like, okay, this dude seems pretty normal. He could see magic, which isn't normal, but other than that, I don't see an animal, therefore, you good. You could join our weird church organization. I hope this isn't boring. I'm enjoying it. You know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. This is fun. You have no choice. You think this is fun. Actually, I was thinking of, like, if I ever get popular enough to have, like, I don't know, 50 followers or something, like 50 active followers in chat, I was thinking of having them come up with, like, weird NPC characters for this story. Like, I have a couple already planned, but, you know, there's definitely going to be, like, more people in this universe, and it'd be very fun to, like, you know, make little side quests around them, you know what I mean? I want to have fun with making things. Wow, it's so dark. How is this coming along? Oh, that's neat. I like it. What's probably gonna be really painful is, like, building the outside of the mountain. I definitely should have started off with, like, a town, so it looked like I've made more progress, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to get a bucket, and I am going to get a shovel, and I am going to dig a river. I'm getting bored of just working on one thing. Oh, a diamond. Nice. I'll go with the... What's a netherite? Why is it higher than diamond? Wait, let me compare just real quick. 5.5, 1 attack speed. Oh, so these are, like, the better diamond, right? Alright, whatever. Spyglass? I really know nothing about this game. Anywho, river time. Miscellaneous. Oh, I know about these little guys. Anywho. Oh, wait. Sorry, just texting real quick. Okay, back to game. Alright. So, entrance. Then 5. I'm just working on things to keep my brain busy. Click, click, clack, clack. Hope you enjoy the sounds. This is actually much funner than whatever I was doing before. Landscaping at its finest, my friends. Click. Alright, time to make a river that flows into a tiny river, village, mountain town, whatever. Oh, I'm gonna have to make more mountains. God, why did I make it so difficult? Kinda, it should be like a little more high up now, shouldn't it? Whatever. Okay. Getting somewhere. This will definitely be like a pretty cool YouTube video to make. I spent over 100 days making this weird world in Minecraft based off of my story that no one wants to hear about. Oh, leather. Nice. E. I'm just gonna make a compilation of like all the streams that I make about this place. Alright. What's nerdier than making like a fictional story that you've made up yourself, but like in a Minecraft world? I don't think anything gets much nerdier than that. It's kinda sad. Hope that's your cue on, like, you know, my personality. Alright. I made a canal. Oh, wow, it's raining. Nice. And the sheep has invaded my ice prison. Nice. Oh, wait. Ah. My friend is out of work. I must leave, you nerds. I know there's no one watching, it's fine. Let's see. Okay. For those of you who do watch this VOD later on in the future, namely me, at, 12 a.m. Hope this was entertaining. Hope you weren't too sad watching this. And, yeah, no, this is ending now. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Thank you for still hanging around with me. It's surprising you lasted this long. It's probably a long, long VOD. Have a good day. Bye.